Welcome back into the Bettor Half Hour. Before we dive into today's interview, I want to make a quick mention. On Thursday, I'll be answering all MSG plus minus questions on Twitter. Use hashtag AskAlex to hit me up anything betting related. All right, coming up next, you've seen her on this show as well as the Betting Exchange. She is the face of Yahoo Sports. Please welcome back in Minty Bets. Minty, great to be with you.
Thanks. Great to be here. I missed you, Alex. It feels like it's been a really long time.
I know. Let's debrief real quick on the March Madness Thursday through Sunday. How'd you do? Are you still standing? I got crushed, but I did okay the first couple days. Sunday, not so much.
Yeah, so bracket was busted after day one, but I actually didn't fire on a ton of college hoops this weekend, and I'm glad I didn't because round one, I only won on Tennessee minus 17.5, but I lost San Francisco, lost Virginia Tech straight up, lost UAB plus 8.5, and I laid off on round two, but I'm super ready for Sweet 16. I mean, these have been some really fun games to watch.
Yeah, one of the biggest surprises was the St. Peter's team right out of Jersey beating Kentucky. Are you more shocked that they beat Kentucky outright or that they handled Murray State and they're going into the Sweet 16 with a ton of momentum?
I think the fact that St. Peter's is still winning is the more surprising factor here, but going up against Purdue is not going to be easy. I mean, Purdue has a huge size advantage on St. Peter's, and they've got an elite offense as well. The Peacocks are big underdogs here, and they're the Cinderella story everyone is rooting for, so I'm here for it.
All right, 2 1 seeds that are still intact, Gonzaga, the #1 overall seed, and the Kansas Jayhawks. If you're looking at betting them either in the next rounds or on a futures perspective, which team do you think is the better bet?
So I'll go with the futures perspective here, and I really want to go with the Bulldogs because I believe it's finally their time, but I think I might go with the Jayhawks instead. I mean, they've faced tougher competition, so they've had a better strength in schedule. Their offense carries the team, even though defense lacks just a little bit, and they have a lot of experienced players. KU to win it all has a much more attractive price at plus 475 compared to Gonzaga.
And looking at the Sweet 16 coming up on Thursday and Friday, which matchups do you find the most compelling, and any thoughts on some value early in the week you've already thought about firing on or have?
So the one matchup that I'm keeping my eye on, I mean, all of these are getting better and better, but I really love UNC UCLA. This point spread is so tight with the Bruins laying 2.5, which shows they're really good competition for each other. The Tar Heels have had issues on defense, but since March Madness began, they've been able to tighten things up. UCLA, on the other hand, possesses one of the best defenses in the nation, and they're great at shooting as well. This one's going to be a really close game, and this one is one of my favorite ones of the next round. I'm kind of leaning UCLA right now.
I love UCLA as well. All right, let's shift to the NFL since we last spoke, Minty. A ton of movement, particularly in the AFC West. Your Raiders picked up a couple key pieces, including Davante Adams. Broncos got Russell Wilson. Chargers got Mack and J.C. Jackson. How do you look at this AFC West and then all things NFL quarterback related? And we saw Matt Ryan get traded this morning as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on in the NFL. But just talking about the AFC West in general, I think one of the biggest moves here that I was surprised about was the Russell Wilson to the Broncos and Davante Adams to the Raiders, of course. But I mean, Russ, that one shook me to my core. I always thought he'd stay in Seattle for the rest of his career. Couldn't picture him anywhere else, but I love him for Denver. I think he has a lot to offer in terms of stability, even though he hasn't had his best years recently, but working under a completely different environment might spark a change for the good. As for Davante Adams to my Raiders, I'm loving the idea of that chemistry between him and former Fresno State roommate Derek Carr. As we know, when you have prior history with a certain teammate, it really shows on the field. So I'm really excited to see those additions to the AFC West.
And two particular quarterbacks that changed the odds, Watson to the Browns and Russell Wilson to the Broncos. From a futures perspective, which team would you want to back this early on, either to win the division or run the table in the AFC?
So I actually like the Browns from a futures perspective, especially in a division where you have a potential Mitch Trubisky-led Steelers team, a Ravens team recovering from all sorts of injury, and a Bengals team that will most likely suffer from the Super Bowl hangover. Deshaun Watson with Amari Cooper, Peoples-Jones, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. I mean, that could make some noise in that division. They're plus 160 to win the AFC North, so they are the favorite, but I feel more confident cashing that than the Broncos to win the AFC West at plus 250.
Do you think, let's switch to the NBA now, going really around the sports world, that this Steph Curry injury to his ankle, it's going to affect the Warriors, not just in the regular season, because the seeding may change if they don't win and hold off that 2 seed that they're going back and forth with the Grizzlies on? Are you weary of firing on them right now? Are you going to wait till he's back?
Yeah, absolutely. I would not fire on the Warriors yet. With Steph out, I do think their chances of just winning a title are a lot less likely. In the beginning, they were without Clay for a few months. Then Draymond was out, and now Steph. I mean, he can't play if he's not 100%, and it's so unfortunate that they haven't had a full season with a healthy roster. They have some easy opponents for the remainder of the season, but they also have some really tough competition as well, like the Suns, Heat, Grizzlies, and Jazz. So we'll have to see, but with the guy averaging the most points per game on your team gone, it doesn't really look good for the remainder of the season.
And one more NBA question, and then we'll get you out of here. The Bucks and Sixers are around 3 games each back from the Heat to win the East. Do you see either of those teams catching them? If there's a futures you like for the 1 seed out of the East, would you recommend either of them? And the Heat and the Sixers kick off tonight as well.
No, I really like the Heat to win the East. I mean, they already clinched their division. They're an extremely consistent team. Everyone likes the Nets and the Sixers for the superstar factor and the Bucks for Giannis, of course. But Miami is a silent team that'll sneak up on everyone. I mean, they've got depth. They're great on both sides of the ball. And it sounds cliche, but they have motivation. I mean, they've made it far before, and they have the drive to make it back. So I don't like any team but the Heat in the East.
Minty, thanks so much for stopping by. Phenomenal value as always. Don't go anywhere. When we return, we're going inside the production meeting room and out to talk some NBA games for tonight on the Better Half Hour.